Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about for and against essays. You will find some tips and also some useful expressions that will help you to write your essay. Let's get started. In a for and against essay, you discuss the advantages and disadvantages of a specific topic. It consists of an introduction in which you present the topic, making a general remark about it without giving your opinion. Now pay attention to this, without giving your opinion. A main body in which you present the points for and the points against, and it's important to support your arguments with justifications and examples. Finally, a conclusion, which includes your opinion or a balanced summary of the topic. Now, here are some tips. You should not include opinion words like I believe, I think, in the introduction or the main body. Opinion words can only be used in the final paragraph, where you state your opinion on the topic. For and against essays are normally written in a formal style. Therefore, you should avoid using short sentences, colloquial expressions, or idioms. Here's an example. Imagine you need to write an essay presenting the arguments for and against traveling by boat. Here are some ideas. Let's talk about the four arguments first. Here are three, and you will see the justifications or examples on the right. It's more comfortable than other forms of travel. It's cheaper than other forms of travel. It's a safe alternative to cars and planes. Now, for the first argument, we can also add that you can go for a walk, you eat in a restaurant, you go shopping, you have more space to move around. Now for the other argument, that is cheaper than other forms of travel, you can say that a boat ticket usually costs less than a plane ticket. We also said that it's a safe alternative to cars and planes. And as a justification, we know that there are fewer accidents at sea than in the air or on the roads. Let's have a look at the arguments against traveling by boat. Here there are two. It usually takes much longer than other forms of travel, so that means that it can be tiring. And it could be very unpleasant when the weather is bad or the sea is rough. So that means that it can be uncomfortable or even frightening. Now you have the example. You can stop the video to read. First you have the introduction, then you have the main body. In the main body, you will see two paragraphs about advantages and one paragraph about the disadvantages. Finally, you have the conclusion. In this case, remember, you can give your opinion. So you can use expressions like I think, I believe, in my opinion, from my point of view. So let's talk about the useful expressions and linking words or phrases. If you want to list and add points, you can start your sentence like this. in the first place, to start with or to begin with. Secondly, thirdly, finally, in addition or in addition to this. Furthermore, moreover, and besides. If you want to introduce or list the advantages, you can use some of the phrases below. The main advantage, the first advantage, the most important advantage. Then you can say another advantage or one point of view in favor of. It is often suggested or believed or argued that. Some or many people suggest or feel or argue that. Some or many people are in favor of or are convinced that. Make sure you know and learn some of these phrases. They will be very handy when you need to write your essay. To introduce or list disadvantages, you can say the most important disadvantage or drawback. You can say another disadvantage or another additional or an additional disadvantage. One point against is. You can also use expressions to introduce your examples or to give reasons or to talk about results. And you can use, for example, for instance, such as, like, in particular, therefore, for this reason, because, as, since, as a result. If you want to show contrast, so you give one idea for and one against, you can link those ideas with, on the other hand, however, still, but, nonetheless, nevertheless, although, even though, despite, or in spite of the fact that. And when you introduce a conclusion, you can say, in conclusion, to conclude or to sum up, all in all, finally, lastly, all things considered, taking everything into account or taking everything into consideration. Now, it is important to attract the reader's interest, so try to make the beginning or ending of your essay more effective using some of the following techniques. You can address the reader directly. For example, have you ever thought about, or as in the example, did you know that? You can include a quotation related to your topic. You can start your essay like this, or you can also use it at the end. Another idea is to include a rhetorical question. For example, is it true that a dog is man's best friend? To sum up, organize your essay in paragraphs, learn some useful expressions, and don't forget about these techniques. Good luck!